play, but they crashed so hard on him. In my head, after I gave it to him, I was like, oh, I should have kept that. Yeah, and I took it off running. I saw the lane, and all of a sudden, Robbie found the same lane that I was looking at, and I knew he was going, because that run was exactly, exactly him. They crashed down on him. They're all keying on him, but he didn't care. He just kept fighting. He kept fighting through the line of scrimmage, got out, and then took it to the house. Outran a lot of Pac-12 defenders, and it was awesome. I'm so proud of him, and couldn't happen to a better guy either. So I was happy for him.
How many times would you say that play's been called?
Oh man, a lot. we like to call that one for him.
Derek, when's the last time, not counting your redshirt season, that you didn't play for an entire half?
Oh man, high school. I'm not going to throw any teams under the bus, but my senior year, we didn't play many times in the second half. But I mean, to do it in college against a quality opponent, they have some dudes on that team, and for our defense to play that well, to hold them to less points to where we didn't have to play a second half was, kind of cool.
You guys came out with the expectation of, scoring big and scoring early and fast, but were you even surprised at how well you were succeeding at beating their defense?
Honestly, I don't think is in that big of a picture during the game. And I just think of one play at a time. So once we were connecting on all the plays, that's what I was just expecting us to do. And then once you look up at the scoreboard, and all of a sudden it's bam, it's 35-0. You're like, wow, Robbie, that happened so fast that we didn't have time to think about it. And so, it's just kind of something you expect to, of course, do that every time, but it doesn't always work out that way. But for some reason, once we turn on the film, we'll see, if we can play like that all the time, we'll have much more success.
It seemed like you guys were kind of setting up Robbie for a big night from the get-go. How about 2 touchdowns going his way?
Oh yeah, everyone talks about him running, but I'm telling you, the guy has the best routes. One of the best. He can run the best routes that I've ever seen. And once we got him matched up on, how we wanted to match him up, it was a wrap after that. I didn't even look anywhere else. I dropped back, saw the coverage, and just waited for Robbie to win. And he had a great night. It was perfect for him.
Derek, you had a pretty solid performance tonight, making 17 of 22 completions, collecting 300 pass yards, and passing 5 touchdowns. How do you maintain that momentum going into next week's game?
Yeah, I just keep working hard, man. And something I've always done since I was little. And whether they told me I wasn't strong enough, fast enough, couldn't throw the ball far enough, I just keep working hard. And so, honestly, you forgot to mention that I threw a pick. And that's what's going to haunt me all night. And my teammates know it. And especially when I turn the film on, I don't care about the touchdowns, the yards. We won the game. I did the best I could to win the game, but I threw a pick. They got me on the coverage. I knew it was man coverage, but I didn't know what they were doing with the boundary safety, and he took off to the middle of the field, and I never saw him. So they got me on that one, and I hate being got, by a defense. I absolutely hate when they disguise something pretty good. I absolutely hate it. So I think that one's going to eat me at more than 300 yards and touchdowns.
The way you guys started, is that kind of the model that you all always wanted to start the year out?
Yeah, of course. Like Coach Rear says, it's fast, physical, fanatical. So we want to start fast. We want to take the physical game to them and play with fanatical effort. And once you watch the replays on Robbie's runs, that last run, Devontae Adams is all the way to the left side to our boundary, and he took off and makes a block downfield at the 10-yard line all the way across the field. And like Robbie will tell you, without guys doing that kind of stuff, without guys making sweet catches for me, you guys wouldn't want to talk to us, And so just him doing that, it just shows how much we just care about each other. And, if I could, I'd block for Robbie, but I'm not very good at it.
Derek, can you talk about your 2 home games this year so far at Weber State, and this one pinned deep inside your 5-yard line, and you guys are coming out aggressively. Can you describe sort of the aggressive nature of the play call? Because they're big plays.
Yeah, we really don't care where we are in the field. That's Coach Ram's philosophy. He doesn't really care. We're just going to run our offense, and we should execute. And just him giving that confidence and, showing us that confidence that he has in us to just make plays, backed up like that it means a lot to players, because we know he believes in us. He's not just saying it, one time, then we get down there and, do something else. He really believes in us, and, he'll take risks now. And, I'm sure people know that. He's very aggressive, and I love it.
One last question for Derek.
Derek, on the touchdown pass to Isaiah first, was that your first read? Just describe what happened on that play.
Yeah, you know, we had a false start the play before, and they kind of showed me their coverage, so I signaled him a different route, you know, based on what coverage they showed. And when we lined up, sure enough, they were in that same coverage, and I just looked at him and I gave him a thumbs up, like, hey, keep what I just told you on. And he ran a great route, and I had a great time. You know, the route that he ran, you need time to throw it, and you know, offensive line did a great job, and he made a great play out running everybody.
Thank you, Derek.
Yeah.